Our Weather Whiz kids ask the best questions.
They do.
They're not worried about sounding really silly, right?
Well, yeah, and these questions really are, most people, if you ask them, they go, I really don't know. So that's why we have Scott.
What pushes the wind? That's what we're going to talk about.
See, that's a great question.
It's a great question, and we've had questions that have been, you think they're so basic, then you think, well, what is the answer to that?
Right.
You dig in a little deeper and say, okay, we'll see what happens behind it. So I went to Galileo Math and Science School today, so here's our weather question, the gal asking it.
Hi, my name is Jordan. I go to the school Galileo, and this is my question. What pushes the wind?
There you go, Jordan. What pushes the wind? That's our question. Where does the wind come from? So we're going to go to the root of all weather. Where it all starts from is there's two reasons. It comes from the sun warming the earth, and the fact that the earth is round. With the earth being round, remember in the wintertime, there's no sun up in the North Pole. And so without sun and warming of the sun's rays, it gets a lot colder up there, and that cold air tends to pour down from north to south. And that's why it comes across the United States here and cools us down. So you have an uneven heating of the earth. That's the key. And just like when you pour cold water into warm water, you don't just have cold and warm water separate. It all mixes together, and it wants to balance out. That's the same thing that's happening in the atmosphere. It wants to balance out. So we have angles, sun rays coming in that are very low at angle, as opposed to in different parts of the world it's coming in very sharp. So you have warmer weather here, you have cooler weather here, and it changes with the seasons. And when you start to change that, you get cool air and warm air wanting to battle it out or balance themselves out. And so low pressures form and high pressures form. And with the earth spinning, that's the key now. We get this thing called the Coriolis effect. Instead of air just rushing from a big bubble of air, high pressure to low pressure, it doesn't go straight out. It goes out clockwise around high pressure in the northern hemisphere, and then it goes counterclockwise into lower pressure, and then it rises. And the jet stream is helping to fuel all this at the surface. So there's a lot of things going on, but the key is that sunshine. The sun basically causing all the uneven heating of the earth, and that will send in lots of wind in all different directions. Today we didn't have much wind, so a lot of people were excited about that. Hey, if you've got some photos, send them to me. This is the new address here. I contribute at KNIN-TV.com, our sister station here, and we'll get those pictures and put them out on the air for you.
Yep, so not a lot of wind, not a lot of sun.
You notice that? And I mentioned it in my forecast. On Thursday, we're going to get more sunshine. While we may have fog in the morning, the breeze is going to start to pick up as well.
Okay. Thanks, Scott.
Bet.
Well, it seems